So long, Disney. It's been fun, or has it? Hello guys, welcome back to New Who HQ. Great to be back. Sorry it's been a while. I'm a bit more back now. I've sorted everything out in my life because I've moved and my laptop. Had to get a new laptop, everything like that. Everything has happened. And everything has been happening in the Doctor Who world as well. We finally have confirmation that Disney Plus have left Doctor Who. Now, my initial reaction was I did do a short, and I still stand by it. I feel pretty happy and relieved. And I'm going to be speaking about basically what went wrong for Disney on for Doctor Who on Disney. If this is a good thing, if we should be worried about the future. Now, first things first, let's get out of the way the obvious things of what Doctor Who is now going to miss. The main one being the money. Okay, now the money side of things was the big talking point. Every single Doctor Who producer and everyone involved had the money signs in their eyes because they knew their budget was going to significantly increase from what we had. Now, we can debate if that's a good or a bad thing, and I think honestly I thought it was a good thing. Now coming out of it after 2 years, I think it wasn't bad, but it's not like, oh, without it the show cannot be good still. Absolutely not. And I will admit, the new audiences that Doctor Who reached, I believe it was doing really well in like Brazil, and now you're thinking, not just for Brazilians but other places across the world, how easy is it now going to be to get Doctor Who? Even in America, The War Between Land and the Sea is airing on BBC iPlayer. There's nothing other specified about where else it's going to be airing. We don't know when it's airing on Disney Plus. So as much as obviously as a British person I'm happy that, you know, I am getting the show, but I also care about international people that love the show as well, and Disney made it become much more international, and the BBC has got to put effort in to make sure that it still reaches them audiences in some way. And I think Doctor Who is able to do things that it could not do with a bigger budget, if that is using really good special effects and all that type of thing. So that's the main thing out of the way with Disney's improved budget on Doctor Who and the new audiences reached. But here's where it went wrong in my opinion. I've seen other YouTubers say this and I agree. Disney didn't buy the back catalogue. Doctor Who is not a show which you can compare it to many others. I mean, there's similarities to other shows, sci-fi shows, Star Trek, but it isn't like Doctor Who in that sense. And I guess that's a blessing and a curse, because when people finish Doctor Who, what else can you recommend them? Yeah, Star Trek maybe, but I don't know if that's even on Disney. But like, there's not many shows that will keep Disney audiences around that are there just for Doctor Who for very long. And so they should have brought the back catalogue, which is what I've heard other people say, and I completely agree. If you just watch the 2 seasons, you've got 13 other seasons. If you want to go, I mean, getting classic Who is harder, but at least New Who, you've got packs and packs of seasons and episodes and fantastic stories, and Disney could have brought it. I understand they were like, I think Doctor Who's on Warner Bros or something like that, is with someone else in out of the UK, but Disney, you should have bought it. That was a mistake you made, because them audiences watched them seasons and then left. If you'd bought the back catalogue, people would have stayed around. You would have introduced a whole new audience to a whole new set of stories, because some people might not even know about 2005 to 2022 Doctor Who. God forbid the classic era. Some people wouldn't even know, because why would you unless you go and look it up yourself? If you're just a casual viewer, you're not going to know. And another thing which I've always was worried about and can now definitely say like gladly, is that Doctor Who did lose its originality a little bit, and that is purely because of what I grew up with, that sort of council estate type of Doctor Who, very low budget, but it gave it meaning and it gave it some originality to be remembered of. And I think British people especially kind of resonated with that, and that's why it was such a big part of their growing up, because they were able to sort of understand certain locations and understand companions' way of life, because that's where they were brought up, all that type of thing. And that feel went a little bit when we start comparing it to the likes of Marvel and stuff like that. I mean, the next question is, after all that talk, it's happened, Disney are no longer around, if you like it or not. Can the BBC do Doctor Who on its own? Short answer, yes. Could it struggle? Yes. The BBC has managed Doctor Who on its own for decades, many decades, before Disney came in. And a few things to remember. Firstly, Doctor Who was doing better then, and there's a lot more competition now. BBC are not pulling in the numbers or the money that they're normally getting. And I'm not going to get into the viewing figure debate because, oh my gosh, it's just so boring now. Like, you know my views on viewing figures, they don't matter. If you disagree with that, go and watch the endless videos of me defending it, and then you'll understand what I'm trying to say. But the point is, Doctor Who has survived a long time, and it will continue to. And the budget is going to be smaller, massively smaller. So Doctor Who will have to go back to being original with its storytelling, with its creativity, and I think it does that perfectly. Now, the question begs of, could Doctor Who get a brand new partner? I'm worried about it, whoever that is, if that's Apple Plus, Apple TV, whatever it's called. Not Apple, is it Apple Plus now? They keep changing it all the time. Netflix is the other obvious one. Those are the main two I can think of. Amazon Prime, maybe. I worry about all of them getting involved in the same way I did with Disney. They're going to give you a bigger budget, they're bringing you more pressure. If they don't get the back catalogue like Disney did, the same problem will happen. Netflix, I think, would be the safest option out of all of them because of the variety of content that Netflix has got. So I think with Disney, it's a lot more cornered down to what you like. Netflix is a lot more open. So I say that would be the safest option. I still think BBC on its own is not a bad thing. And, Doctor Who is massive for the BBC. They're not going to let it go. They're not going to cancel it. As you can see, they've not cancelled it. We're getting a Christmas special next year. So everyone that's saying it's going to be cancelled is probably feeling a little bit silly. And yeah, honestly, I think the BBC will be absolutely fine. I just hope for any international people watching, I am with you, where I hope that if it is just BBC, they make an effort. So American people, Brazilian people, Australian people, are able to access it pretty easy-ish. So there we go, those are my thoughts. Overall, I'm not happy or upset that Disney have left, more happy, but I'll be interested to see what happens now. The next video is going to be all about Russell T Davies. He's writing the Christmas episode. Should he continue after that? We're going to deep dive into that. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to subscribe, we do Doctor Who videos. We do them, I promise. I know I've been away for a few months, but it's been hard with Doctor Who ending and the burnout, and I needed a bit of rest, and I've started uni again, I've moved house, giving you my life story, you don't care. But we're going to be reviewing every single episode of The War Between the Land and the Sea, which I'm very excited for, and is coming out, I believe, is it this month or December time? It's pretty soon, in the next few weeks. So yeah, if you want to join the channel membership as well, thank you ever so much to Paul and Megan for sticking around and still using the membership. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And if you want to be a part of it, link in the description. But for now, I'll see you all later.